Welcome to a Skyrim Addict podcast where I will discuss my adventures and misadventures through Skyrim. Join me. Add your stories, add your tales. Let's get into this thing. Hello, welcome back to Skyrim Addict podcast. I think this is episode 60 of this particular show. So I am in between playing my roundtable character. I am still using Iron Man, and I have actually. Oops, sorry about that noise. That was my chair. I've actually just defeated Mirak moments ago. Or actually almost defeated Mirak, and then Hermaeus Mor steals your glory and kills him. So that just happened. But yeah, so the Iron Man character, basically I went through the dragon story as well as the Dragonborn story. Only iron daggers and iron armor. Iron daggers is really a pain in the ass when you're in like melee combat. You have to get super close to people. Sometimes you can't. And you end up running around a lot. And I wasn't using a lot of magic or anything. A little bit here and there. So for the final battle against Mirak, first I had to fly that damn dragon. It sounded great when they announced it was going to happen way back in the day. But man, flying the dragon really sucks. It's just so wonky and does not work. So I did that. Got up to the top of his temple there, and, you know, he talked a lot. Put on my dragon aspect, which I almost forgot to do, and went to town. What I did was I did the Call of Valor and had the heroes come help me. And then once they ran out, by the time like he regenerated for whatever the second time, I had a scroll of Storm Atronach that I used to help out as well. But I had to constantly keep running up to him and, you know, hit him with double iron daggers because that's what I have. Yet with no distance or anything like that, that made that battle a little more difficult than I would have liked. But in the end, we got Mirak. All is well. Some things during this quest that I had forgotten were really annoying. Freya is a terrible follower. You run into Freya at Mirak's temple when you have to go through it, and you have no choice. You have to go through it with her. And she is not stealthy at all. She runs into rooms, starts talking, yelling at people. Just no thought of what she could be causing by doing that. And even though I was wearing iron armor, I'm stealthy because I have to use daggers. So her running into rooms yelling is not helpful. Or barging ahead, or whatever the hell else she was doing. Just wait. I'll take care of it. Just wait. But I got through that, and then thankfully didn't have to have her as a follower ever again after that. Before I headed over to Solstheim, or in the middle of it, I kind of had to bounce back and forth a few times because obviously overburdened. Yeah, I have Severin Manor now, which I'm only using for the mannequins because it's just so far away from everything else, and I have Breeze Home, so I'm using that mostly and using the Whiterun stuff as my smithing, enchanting, and all that. When I'm over in Solstheim, I do use the enchanting table over here, but what I'm going to do is build this character. Let's see, where am I at level-wise with this guy? So my smithing's up to 83. I haven't put any perks into it because I was only using iron. I may put some perks into it. I don't know. I'm going to stick with iron, I believe, so I'm not really going to worry about it. My enchanting's back up to 87. I went legendary. But right now what I'm doing is getting my alchemy all the way up. I'm going to make a crap ton of potions. I'm at 79. I've been putting... I got 4 out of 5 alchemist, physician, benefactor, 2 out of 3 of experimenter. I'm gonna get all those, knock all those off. I still have 6 perks I can use. God, I haven't put in for a while. Level 49 total, but I'm gonna do all kinds of alchemy and make a crap ton of potions, so I have them. Useful potions, not garbage potions. and then go legendary on the alchemy and reallocate those points to my enchanting and redo all my gear. Because my gear's not super great. It's good enough, but it's not great. I'm gonna stick with the iron gear and all because I think it works. And I'll probably go through some other quests with this character later on. But I think I'm gonna get back to good old Orange Julius and after I get done the next Civil War part. Orange Julius being my ranger who doesn't go into cities and is a vampire. And I gotta get rid of that vampirism because, man, it sucks being a vampire and a ranger because if it's daylight, you have no stamina. So I'm actually going through the Dawnguard quest with him as a vampire, which I've never actually done. So, but anyway, with this character, those were the things I kind of focused on. Quest-wise, there was one I ended up. What the heck is it called? I think I ended up at Archwind Point. Archwind something or other. Archwind, awesome. It's like this massive Nordic ruin south of Iverstead. It's all outdoors. It's not indoors, but it's so. It's been quite a long time. I realized I hadn't been there quite a long time. It's over by Froki's Shack, and the Autumn Watchtower. But it was hard to find the path up there. Like, I was on the wrong side of the mountain trying to climb it with a horse. Do I have Shadowmere? Yeah, I have Shadowmere. So I was trying to climb it with Shadowmere. That did not work out so well. We fell off and died once. So I ended up finally finding the path, just circling the mountain, basically, that it's on. But it's really, really extensive Nordic ruin with lots of skeletons and Draugr, and of course a dragon. There's a dragon shout up there, but that's one of the coolest looking places in the game, I gotta say. One of my favorite places looks wise. It's all outdoors. It's all nestled up in the mountains. There's nothing else around. Just really, really impressive. So I couldn't tell you the last time I was up there. It's probably been quite a while since I don't recall going up there recently, other than get maybe a dragon shout. So yeah, it was one of those ones where what's his name, the Greybeards, Angier sent me there. So other than that, I was just been over in Solstheim doing that. You know, I did the thing with Naloth. We went and got the Black Bulk, of course. Cleared out the stones. And I did the quest to get Severin Manor, obviously, where you have to find out what's going on in town and the threat against them and the assassins and all that. So, other than that, trying to think if I did any, Fort Frostmoth, did that, cleared out that, Jarira, whatever his name is. Other than that, just kind of building up my character to get ready for Miraak is what my goal was. So I focused all of that on the potions. So I had, potions before, or alchemy before I headed over for the final battle. So I had enough to get through it. I find alchemy is somewhat useful, but I get so many potions, and then you can't sell them because they're worth so much. That's the only drawback. But since I'm going to keep the character, I'm definitely going to, stockpile a crap load of them. And then just, obviously go legendary, like I said, and reallocate those points. I didn't, even at the end of the Miraak battle where you can reallocate everything, I didn't even bother because I still have 6. I have 6 perk points I haven't used yet. So maybe I'll start focusing on some other skills. It's just tough because I'm only using one-handed. And actually my one-handed just got up to 60. So I guess I can boost that up. I'm adding one right now. How do you like that? So, there's only so many things I can use points on where it's useful. Heavy armor. It takes a while to build that up because I've been sneaking mostly and invisible mostly. A lot of invisibility going on with this guy. I went and get that a while back. Invisibility, incredibly, incredibly useful. I have put into the illusion tree almost all of it, actually. The only things I don't have on the illusion tree are the top two: Master of the Mind, where the illusion spells work on the undead, Daedra, and automatons, and the cast master level illusion spells for half. Those are actually the only two things I don't have in illusion. Because I have used Frenzy quite a bit, like in large battles against multiple people, like going through the Temple of Mirak. When the cultists would come up, I would stay back and keep Freya as far away as possible and shoot some Frenzy out there and let them battle each other down and then head down. Same thing with going through, I think went through Frossel, that Reekling area. Frenzied a bunch of them. There's one spot where it's like 15 of them down there, like worshiping, I don't know, a piano or something. So I shoot Frenzy down there and let them all battle each other until there's like one or two left, and then just head down. It's just much, much simpler. Allows you to get through the area without crazy battling, so that's always a good time. But maybe if I went through there without that, I could build up my armor faster, but apparently not. Haven't really used archery at all on this character, which is highly unusual, but almost all one-handed. Since I'm using the daggers. I would think my heavy armor would be better. It's only a 64. Oh, and I can upgrade that now, too. See? Look at that. Adding that. So, anyway, on the Facebook group earlier in the week, Sherry brought up about playing an unarmed character, completely unarmed, not even using magic to attack people with, which is a fantastically great idea. I think I'm going to try that at some point. Possibly after I retire Orange Julius. Once I get through Dawn Guard, I think it'll be time to retire Orange Julius, but I gotta get back into my round table character. I think that's recording next week, and I have to edit the last one this week, so. But, yeah, that character, I have built the house, done all the quests. I've been mostly focusing on, I think I've been focusing on smithing and enchanting with that one. I think it's two of my perks. But other than that, I got through all the quests pretty quickly, so I probably got to start on the second set of Civil War quests. So my next thing for Iron Man here, oh man, my controller died. Son of a bitch. I was going to look and see what quests I had active. Let me do that real quick. I just turned it back on. All right. Oh, there we go. I have Dark Brotherhood under Sarthal, all that stuff. I might go through the Mages College because I have not. It's been a little while since I completed that, so I may head over there and start with that. I'm going to hang out here all on Solstein for a while, clean up things with Naloth. And I found Froki's Shack, so I have Kind's trials activated where you battle the ghost animals like the giant mud crab and the wolf and all those type of things. So I'm going to focus on those. Other than that, that's all I've been really doing is focusing on the Dragonborn with this character. Those guys just... I'm trying to think if there's any specific things other than what they talked about on the round table that really stuck out. I picked up I almost missed picking up Mirak's equipment. I went and got all the dragon bones from the dragons, and I was like, shouldn't I be getting something from Mirak? And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, there's a skeleton. Let me go grab that. So I got his stuff. I'm going to put that on a mannequin. Maybe I'll wear it just to see how it works, but I don't think I've ever actually used it that much. I'm trying to think if I've ever worn his robes. I know I've worn the cultist mask and enchanted it and stuff. I don't think I've ever worn all Mirak's gear, though. But I'm going to be using Dragon Aspect a lot, now that I have that. That's always a helpful tool. You know what? I don't think I have the, what's that called? Oh, God, just drawing a blank. The achievement for flying the dragons because it's so boring that I've never like you're supposed to fly 5 in one game, I think. So I don't think I've ever completed that because it's really not exciting flying the dragons. I tried killing that this 2 seekers and the whatchamacallit on that little island before you get to the top to see Mirak, and it's just like you gotta go, you turn around, and then you turn around again, then you go, and you turn. I'm like, God, this is so weird. And then eventually, then he's looking for somewhere to land, and I'm like, oh no, 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 I got to get up to Mirak. Don't land over here. And thankfully, he got all the way up there. But yeah, most of the way through that black book, did a lot of sneaking mostly, and used my fiery soul dagger. A lot of things took like 2 and 3 hits. Yeah, especially those big black tentacle guys. I can't remember their names offhand. But the Seekers, I was pretty much able to, with the 15 times, I was able to get with 1 hit. The other guys, the Sentinels, whatever they are, they were a little more difficult, but not crazy. So it was almost all completely invisibility and sneaking I was using for getting those. It worked pretty well. I was able to get through there pretty simply. I feel like sneak and invisibility are a bit overpowered in the game because, like, even when I'm not invisible, you can sneak and be like right in someone's face, and they're just like, all right, yeah. If you're a really high level sneak, and they're just like, man, I don't see that person like 3 feet in front of me, or you can like do a power attack in sneak mode and miss, and they don't hear you grunt. Which I think is a little bit of a flaw, and it would be nice if that was something addressed in the next title, obviously. You know, where Sneak just feels a little... I love it, but it's a little too powerful. I think it works better in Oblivion. You do get caught a lot, and it's a lot harder to sneak. But, although the chameleon, you can pretty much be invisible. But once people find you, they kind of find you. Whereas in this, if like I can hit somebody right in front of their face, kick into sneak, go invisible, and like walk around behind them, and they have no idea where I'm at. So that feels just a little too overpowered. Although I take advantage of it constantly, but that's neither here nor there. Other than that, been putting a lot of stuff up on YouTube. I started something called 10 Minutes in Skyrim, with the idea kind of came from Juan in the Facebook group, talking about more digestible bits of video, like to watch, on lunch break or whatever. So there are 4 episodes of 10 Minutes in Skyrim where I just play for 10 minutes and see what happens, basically. If you go to the YouTube channel, Skyrim Addict, when you search Skyrim Addict, it's obviously the one with the same artwork. There are playlists on the channel, and that breaks down all the videos. There's the episodes, the regular episodes, Skyrim Addict podcast episodes, 10 Minutes in Skyrim, Civil War Roundtable with Colin, Civil War Roundtable with me, and the Roundtable episodes, the live recordings. They're all broken up into separate categories, so it's easy to digest. But check out the YouTube channel. We got a lot going on over there. Some fun stuff. I like putting the video up. I've kind of gotten the video down. It's nice and smooth now. It's not like... it doesn't look good as Colin's, but, hey, can't all look like Colin. Anyway, so check out the 10 Minutes in Skyrim thing if you'd like, and I believe there's a live roundtable recording coming up next week, if I remember correctly. And next week I will also be releasing part 1 of the first episode of the Civil War quest. I believe it was super long recording again, so I'm going to have to break it into 2-hour things. There was quite a few people on there. I made it on there. Colin, Victor, obviously... Andrew, I believe Brian, Juan, I'm sure I'm forgetting people, David, I believe, Kathleen maybe. God, I don't know. I don't remember. I hopped on. I actually got home and I was like, man, they're still recording. I cannot believe it. I was like, they must have started late. They're like, no, we're still here. But yeah, and if you have feedback for the roundtable, also you can send it to either email, SkyrimAddictPodcast@gmail.com, or to Skyrim Roundtable if you have audio feedback, because I add that in. So, and we have one that I have to add into there. So that's all I have for this one. I am going to probably be doing play some Orange Julius for the next regular episode. I'm going to get back into that and go through Dawnguard as a vampire. Serana is really annoying me. One thing I've learned, though, after playing the Dragonborn quest is, while Serana is annoying and runs in front of you every time you try and shoot your bow, Freya is way worse. Of the 3 recent followers I've had, Erendor, who I had on the round table, Serana, who I currently have on Orange Julius character, and Freya, who followed the Fawns into Mirak's temple. Erendor was by far the best, although he ended up dead with a battle axe in the back of his head. But he was by far the best. He snuck great, and Erendor is the guy you get when you do the Dream quest up at Dawnstar. So I think it's Vermina, maybe. But yeah, and when you do that quest, he is a really, really good follower. I really liked him quite a bit. Victor recommended him, and he was dead on right. He just absolutely, he stays out of the way, except for that one time he got in front of me. But those, happens. I would say of those 3, Serana is like second best or second worst. But Freya is definitely the worst by far. Now, Shadowmere's kind of in the same category as Freya and Serana, though. Like, Shadowmere is great if you're battling a dragon because it takes so much damage and takes the focus off of you. But, like, if you roll up on, like, a bandit camp and want to sneak around, Shadowmere is just like, I'm going in and I'm going to start kicking dudes in the face. And they're going to see where we're at and they're going to come after us. So always park Shadowmere further away from the camps when you go do stuff. Oh, you know where I ended up? Oh, I forgot. I did go through Gearmund's tomb. I ended up there accidentally, actually. I was heading to Archwind Point, or Archwind Point, Archwind Summit, whatever it's called. And I ended up, because that's south of Iverstead. And while I was searching for the entrance, I ended up at Gearmund's, which is part of the Galdor thing. It's where the guys, you go up and Gearmund splits into 3. There's 2 pedestals, and then he's in the back area in the middle, and you got to find the right one and kill him and all that. I really love that one. Ended up in there accidentally. That was a good fun time. That's definitely part of the Galdor, because I have the first piece of the Galdor amulet. Amulet. And that's southeast of Iverstead. It's on an island, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But ended up there when I was looking for Archwind, because Archwind was really damn hard to find. I also ended up at some other cave when up in the mountains when I was looking for Archwind. What the hell was it? Let me look real quick. I don't know if I can look because I'm on Sovngarde. I don't know if it'll let me go look at the other map. Well, son of a bitch. No, you know what? I can't go look at the other map. Damn it. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was another cave up there that I came across. It was a pretty good battle, too. Like, areas I hadn't been in a while. That area, like, slightly southwest of Iverstead up in the mountains. Don't really hit that area a lot because there's not really a lot going on up there, but there's some really cool mountain trails, and it just looks really nice. And there's a few caves scattered about and shacks and things like that. It's a pretty good area to explore. I mean, there's not a ton going on, but there's enough where it's definitely worthwhile hitting that area. It's one of those areas that I neglect a lot. I neglect that area and out towards Markarth quite a bit. Except for areas I'm questing in those spots, I really just those get lost on me for some reason. I just don't hit them a lot, which is a shame because I just really like the look of that area when you're going up the mountains and there's these you're going up these trails and the mountains are rising on each side, and you open up to certain areas, and then maybe you come across a little cave or something like that. But that really, really well done areas, I got to say. Why are there two people talking to me wearing iron armor looking exactly like me? That is so weird. I feel like there are... So I get the game just sitting in front of me. And two people come walking by in banded iron armor like they're fanboys or something of my guy. It's very strange. They're wearing exactly what I'm wearing. I guess I am famous now. I'm the Dragonborn, and I killed the other Dragonborn, so that's a positive. But all right, guys, that's all I have for this one. I'll be back next time. Next week will be the roundtable, obviously. I may throw an episode in between, and then the week after that will be part 2 of that roundtable as well. So check out those shows, and I'll be talking to you soon. Later. Thanks for listening to this episode from Skyrim Addict Podcast. You can email the show at SkyrimAddictPodcast@gmail.com, or for the roundtable, SkyrimRoundtable@gmail.com. For video content, search Skyrim Addict on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. There you can find live episodes and playthroughs from the roundtables and other characters, as well as 10 minutes in Skyrim. Special thanks to Dan Bull for the use of his music in the roundtable opening and closing. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel or purchase his music through iTunes. Just search Dan Bull. Thanks to Claire LaFar for the show artwork. You can find her artwork at etsy.com/MayaFireprints, MayaFireprints. And thank you to the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages and the Imperial Library for their great resources. Until next time.